Tapa, also known as Lani in the Philippines, is nearing landfall in Guangdong province in southeastern China. The right front quadrant is impacting Hong Kong. You see here on radar those rain bands coming on shore, while signal force 8 has been raised out here. And if you're unfamiliar with the warning systems in Hong Kong, signal force 8 is basically the level where it says everybody stay inside. Businesses need to be shutting down. Banks, things like that. Government offices. Everybody's going to be staying home here just to keep everyone safe out here. And this is kind of the level where you do start to see at least a little bit of damage. Now, Hong Kong is definitely built for typhoons. They're used to them out here. And this one is not a full-on typhoon hitting the city here. But still, you're going to get some decent rain bands wrapping around as this heads off here towards the north and west. So let's take a look at actually where the storm system is right now with its intensity. And you can just take a look at this here. Basically, it has winds of tropical storm strength, about 85 up to 90 kilometers per hour, gust to 100. So not a typhoon. Pressure is falling, though. I mean, that's pretty deep of a low pressure area with this, getting down to about 992. So there is definitely the potential it wraps up. And I mean, if you go back to that radar image here, you can even see, if you look closely, kind of a low-level center trying to be picked up here on radar out of China. By the way, for Haikou, and this is just a totally different topic, but it is a 1-year anniversary to that super typhoon Yagi that absolutely blew through and caused so much damage out there. I'm sure this is definitely bringing some flashbacks 1 year to the date later, but good news for them, it is passing well towards their east. So back to the forecast on our current storm system. Well, Tapa coming on shore, right front quadrant there in Hong Kong. Winds likely at tropical storm strength, albeit you could have some typhoon strength gust. And then it's going to be a big rainmaker as it moves further inland, even heading out towards northern areas of Vietnam. A little bit of a closer look with our hour-by-hour futurecast with this coming on shore right there, Sunday night into Monday morning. That'll be the worst weather overnight, unfortunately, overnight for Hong Kong. And I say unfortunately because we all know nighttime storms, those are the ones that can catch people off guard. You're trying to sleep. Hopefully, if you are in a secure building and you don't have too much to worry about with this, you fall asleep, and by the time you wake up, it's moving off and things are improving and you don't have many impacts. By the afternoon, you can head back to work or whatever you need to do here on your Monday. But definitely here starting Sunday night into Monday morning, it is going to be rough. So if we got any friends out here in Hong Kong, I would love to get your reports on this storm system and just see how the weather is there for you. On the left side of it, by the way, not very bad. It is the right front quadrant that is going to be the worst of this storm system. Those winds funneling up into Queens Harbor. I expect some pretty decent gusts, especially between a lot of taller mountains and buildings out there. Storm surge never really a big issue, but definitely the wind will be kind of one of the bigger threats here, and some local heavy rainfall. And also looking at the heavy rainfall as this does continue to track further towards the north and west as well. Could be looking at some local flooding. Good news for our friends in the Philippines, as it does pull away, we get relatively drier conditions kind of spilling behind it. A little bit of a weak tropical trough right in there trying to develop, but just in general, that is just going to mean for some scattered showers out there just with that. But I don't really see anything too intense trying to develop on its heels outside of a few weak troughs. So today the big topic continues to be this. It is for Hong Kong, cloudy, squally thunderstorms, seas just offshore looking rough, all of those impacts with our tropical storm Tapa here. I'm meteorologist Robert Speta. Hey friends, if you got any questions or anything like that, I would love to hear from you. I'm always trying to get that feedback. Also, actually, I just answered a question somebody was asking about. They were asking about what the La Nina is doing. And one thing I can say is all this rain we've been seeing and these systems kind of developing in the West Philippine Sea, increasing showers for the Philippines and, of course, Vietnam, southern areas of China. It's kind of a side effect of this weak La Nina that we have seen trying to develop. It's not a full-on one, but we are definitely seeing above average sea surface temperatures in the Western Pacific, and that adds moisture to the atmosphere and thus increases the chance of showers out here, which you can see there on our flyover. It's been pretty common over the last month or so. But we haven't seen a lot of tropical systems because there's just too much moisture and too much shear. But there has been a lot of rainfall. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyways, hey, if you got any questions as well, like I said, let me know. If you want to support this channel, like all our fantastic Patreon members here, these are all the names of our Patreon members. I love you guys. Check out the link down below as well. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and of course, stay safe out there, friends.